confusion in my head because there are so many things that I left unsaid. I can almost feel you walking in the distance, but I know that is not reality. If you are echoing around inside these parallel dimensions all alone, now I'll find you in my
Hello, everybody. I am back a little bit late today. So, couldn't stream yesterday because of a family event. So, I had to forgo streaming. And today I am late because I fell asleep early, so I woke up early and then I got really tired. So I had a nap. Essentially, that's kind of what happened. So, short stream today. But the goal is do as much of this as we can. So, I pre-made some of these because most of it is actually pretty simple. Like, this is just that. We've made these before. This is pretty much the same recipe, it's just slightly taller. We've made all of this stuff before, all of this before. Well, actually, I guess we haven't technically made these before, but these are also super simple. And rotational complexes, so I made all of that stuff ahead of time. And I took the time to dig out this humongous area. I mean, actually, I say humongous. This is literally the exact same size as this one. Actually, might be one block shorter. So, actually, yes, it is one block shorter. And I did that for the purpose of putting 16 of them in here. I've already pre-dug out the areas, so we're just immediately going to hop into that. So, one thing to check is apparently I need 192 of these times 16. Let me get out my calculator on my phone. So 100, well, we should probably make turbine vents first. So 345 times 16. It's 5,520. Beautiful. And this is 192 times 16. 3,072. 1,072. And finally, uh, 16,000, actually, sorry, 17,008. So, we are just going to build 16 of these right now. And actually, I can already tell you that the numbers are going to be a little off because I want to make the entire base out of this. Fuck. Okay. We have to build up the corners on all of these. I think I want to make one side face. Also out of these blocks instead of structural glass. That way I can put the valve for energy there. Now I'll just need to use the wand on top of all of these blocks, which isn't actually really faster, but what I should do is decide which wall I want it to be on. Okay. So that is 4 blocks, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Perfect. We need 18 times 16 times 17. At max 15. Let's go with 13 for now. Then I can make a few extra if necessary. Okay. Okay. So, do this one. Oh, missed one. Okay. Now we built these ones up to the ceiling. Okay, fill up our inventory one final time. Okay. Okay. So these are 17 by 17. So we want to destroy the 9th block. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. This one. This is where the valve will go. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this line. Perfect. 4. Sorry, that's the fourth. 1, 2, 3. That's another. And there. 4, that one. 4, 2, 3, 4, that one. 4, 4, that one. That one. That one. Steam comes in through here. And energy will be pumped out here. Perfect. I think I'll be needing to make more of these once more. So line it up with here and 2 blocks, line it up with here and 2 blocks, line it up with here and 2 blocks. Two blocks, 2 blocks. Okay, and do the same thing on this side. Okay. Now, is there a photo of one? Is there a photo of a more complete one? So the floor will be entirely of these electromagnetic coils. What goes this into the rotational complex into electromagnetic coils. I think the next thing to do is these. So we should line it up with this, those, this, and I have to do it manually. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 should be there. So now if I line it up on this line, I'm always standing on this line. Four. Oh, wait. I should be doing this based off of 15 by 15, so that's actually 4, 1, 2, 3, and there. So these ones are going to be one too far over. Should be there. So now we have to do 15, not 15, 14 on all of them, I believe. Yes. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14. The right height? Yes. Okay, final two. Okay, so now that's 8. So if I spread this between 16, 7 of these each. These go on top. Electromagnetic. Oh. So these just go in a straight line. That actually makes this very easy to do. I'm assuming they won't connect like that. Three. Perfect. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Beautiful. Okay, and perfect. Good, and it doesn't fit any more than that, so I can just spam until it is full. Oh, just a couple more. Looks like it's 2 more. Of or above the turbine's rotational complex. Good to know. Okay. Now we just have to do this for every single reactor. This is the first 4 out of 16. Okay. What's going on with my thing? I mean, it's probably just another bitrate error, because that seems to be happening all the fucking time. Okay, OBS connected, reconnected successfully. Can it stop saying unstable bitrate? Not right now, so we will just let it say that for a while. Still gonna say I have an unstable bit rate because... Yeah, okay, now it's back to normal. Okay. And the final base floor of the last reactor. Oh, you can't do structural glass. Okay, so we need the building gadget. Guess that probably would have been better to know earlier. So we have 2 levels to put turbine vents on. I believe it can't go in the corners, and it can't go in the top layer. Oh no, it can go on the very top. And how many do I have to do? Oh, pressure dispersers. Yes, got you. So pressure dispersers go on... goes above the rotors and turn up each pressure to close off the multi-block. bottom section. We don't want to recycle any water. So right, pressure dispersers go on this level. Turbine vents is the thing I was actually wanting to look into. Because it's 345 per thing. And that is more than 18 by 18. So we're definitely going to have to get more than just this 15 by 15 layer in. But if we did make sure to cover the entire top, that would be 15 times 15, but subtract 1 for the very center block that we can't use. That would leave 121, which would mean we have to do 11 by 11. 1 second. I am actually going to have to throw up the BRB screen because I need to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
My heart rages around like an ocean in my head. I can almost feel you walking in the distance, but I know that it's not reality. If you are echoing around inside these parallel dimensions all alone, know I'll find you in my dreams. I can almost feel you walking in the distance, but I know that it's not reality.
The night has come, it's cold and losing my control. Your light is gone, and lonely darkness fill my soul. I wish that you could save me from my isolation. It's way too complicated. Let's stop this conversation. Let's stop this conversation. We got no relation.
Night has come, it's crazy.
Night has come, it's cold and losing my control. Your light is gone, lonely darkness fill my soul. I wish that you could save me from my isolation. It's way too complicated. Let's stop this conversation. Let's stop this conversation. We got no relation. No relation. We got no relation. No relation. It's crazy. And it goes like
live my life searching for the light. Been learning to fight through the darkness. I'll get this right. We were born to shine and we still got time. It's not hopeless. Don't look now. Here comes that awful feeling. My walls are caving in. Heaven help, I can see my ghost on the ceiling. Let me breathe again. 'Cause I just wanna live my life. I'm never backing down. I swear I'm gonna fight the good fight. Just wanna get it right. I'm ready for it now. You know I'm gonna fight the good fight. You know I'm gonna fight the good fight. You know I'm gonna fight the good fight. Yeah, I've lost my crown, but no, I will not bow. You know I'm here right now for the long run. Yeah, you seen me down, but you know I'll never drown. You know I'll get back up on it somehow. Don't look now, here comes that awful feeling. My walls are caving in. Heaven help, I can see my ghost on the ceiling. Let me breathe again, 'cause I just wanna live my life. I'm never backing down. I swear I'm gonna fight the good fight. Fight the good just wanna get it right. I'm ready for it now. You know I'm gonna fight the good fight. Fight the good fight. Fight the good fight. Fight the good you know I'm gonna fight the good fight. Fight the good fight. Fight the you know I'm gonna fight the good fight. Fight the good fight.
Hey, perfect timing. I also had to go do another thing. Otherwise, I probably would have been back in a much, much shorter time. But I didn't actually know it was going to be a different thing I have to do. Okay, so one thing I've figured out is I can't put that there. This is the height we want to be at. Hey. Yeah, it's definitely quicker to just kind of hold. And just move forwards. And then go back and get the ones I missed. Okay. Can I make myself fly slower? If I fly backwards... No, I pick up speed too fast. Pick up more structural glass. Perfect. Okay, 6 left. That means we are more than halfway. Okay. Final 3. Okay. Only 3 more walls to go after this. Beautiful. Okay. Fill in these final spots. Beautiful. Now we can put all the structural glass away. Put building gadget up to there. Final 2 that we have to do this to. So we should have 15 at the end of this. Already fixed one of these. So, let's start from the one we've already done. Go to the outside and turbine bell, turbine bell, turbine bell. Same thing here. Realize now I can just do this to be faster. Four left. Okay. Done that one. Perfect. We missed this one somehow, but that should be the rest completed. Yep. Okay. 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 Now I'm going to connect this last bit up manually on every single one. Connected. That's already connected, so that means we just have 8 more to do. Okay. turbine vents. I realize I am now missing out on the middle one in 2 of these. So first things first, we go in, we place this. Place those, and that. Then we go in, place this one, that, that. That. Okay. I missed this one. Must have missed another somewhere, right? Nope. So apparently I just made too many? That doesn't make sense. Because I did math on it. I did 345 times 16. Let me double check how much that is equal to see if I think it's roughly how much I did. 345 times 16, 5,520. I believe that's right. And 345. And what we've just done is 15 times 8. Plus, so that's 120, and the middle is going to be 15 times 15. So that should be 345 each. Very, very odd. If I try and make one, it makes 2 at a time. I don't see how it would error up to 45. Okay, but now I'm gonna have to break a few blocks to get inside to cover the last layer, at the rotor. Did I make the pressure disperser? I did. I just didn't take the time to... So, pressure dispersers. I need... $224 times 16. 3,584. Okay, that one's going to take a little bit longer because it has to craft that alloy. So let's just destroy a bit of structural glass on all of these, just to waste a moment of time. Oh, didn't actually have to do that. I don't have to destroy 4. And it's still not done, so we are going to correct the few that I accidentally did doubles on. Okay. Uh, something's wrong with this. I'll have to figure out what. Perfect. Okay, it's much smarter if I go in the same direction as the electromagnetic coils. Makes it easier. So that's number 2 done. So match up with the electromagnetic coils. Perfect. We like to see the red particles. Let me see something. Okay, so I don't have to control what each valve is. It will just know. So red particles, good. Red particles, good. So it's kind of smart to just stand near the center and use my mouse instead of flying. Red particles, good. So stand near the center, get the center first. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Fly to the back corner. Fly down. Complete. Perfect. We are more than halfway done. Oh, I have to get more out. Okay. You know, I believe I have found the one that I missed. You know, I just have a hunch that I might have missed a few turbine vents on this one. Okay, so there should be just enough left for 2. I'm now realizing I should actually be doing it this direction. Okay. Is this the one for receiving, or? Yes. So we can add this to all of these. Okay. Copy that configuration. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now let me go copy this configuration just so that it's back to my normal. Oh, I should probably give these all names. Energy core. Actually, what I can do. Turbine. Is there anything else that I should call it? Just turbine, maybe? Yeah, just turbine will work. And now if we copy this, paste this, and look at it, it is functioning correctly. All the turbines currently say the right thing. So now if we paste it before that, it will come out as turbine. Okay. So, yeah, I'll have to rearrange everything up there. Which is actually probably something I'll have to talk about, because I don't think I had the nuclear waste barrels done at the end of the last episode. Oh, I'll probably also have to talk about how I opened the floor up there. Or between floors, specifically, rather than above me. Okay. it was momentarily up in the millions. Don't want to accidentally connect it into the nuclear waste barrels. That seems like a bad idea. Okay, and now for the final one on the other side, we have to ensure we don't connect. So, to talk about what's changed, I'm actually going to go down to the first floor. So underneath every single floor, what I have done is, so I can teleport down to here, mined out a 3-block gap so that I have a lot of space underneath each floor to work. As you can see, it is primarily empty, but it means that every single floor is easy to work under. Like, I can easily adjust pipes and stuff. Makes it super nice. This is actually probably the only floor I didn't do because I don't need to do anything underneath this floor. But I did do between the two, which then brings me to the nuclear waste barrels. I made 4,000 of them, and I shoved them into this floor in the space where I wouldn't be needing... I figured I wouldn't be needing to use. That has now changed, which means we are going to have to replace all of them. The reason I have 4,000 of them is because I essentially want to ensure that spent nuclear waste gets put everywhere so that it doesn't have time to last anywhere. So that it's, like, not building up as the reactor gets used. It's why I feel so comfortable destroying all these barrels right now, because, well, I mean, first off, the reactor isn't on right now, but I did do some more running of it. Ones of these are actually needed. Guess I should always double check that. Let's copy that. Okay. So I think I'm gonna have to kind of do the opposite of what I had just done. Okay, let me disconnect this so that build building gadget. That. As you can see, I've separated the water things into individual boilers, and then I made just one more for over here. A little bit of leg. Okay, so what I could do is this and this. And then if I do it here to here to here, that can kind of maximize the amount of room I have in the very center. While minimizing unnecessary pipes. There we go. That will be slightly better. So we do this, this. Okay. Now we have to deal with the spent nuclear waste, which means... Oh, actually, no, I'm gonna need that. So I have to find a way to nicely distribute this amongst this space. Where are the pipes I'm going to want to avoid putting any pressurized, or what pressurized pipes are down here? Okay, so it's only the steam pipes that I have to worry about. As long as I stay away from that, I should be fine. Okay. So the closest we could get is here. And can we mirror that on the other side? So that's right in front of that, which would mean it should be right in front of this. That works perfectly, leaves a bit of space underneath there. The one thing I would be concerned about is if I have to do any more piping up above, I would have no room for energy or water. So what I might do is only use up to the reactor itself. That way I have room to work down here. And I'll handle that piping afterwards, so I still have to do 12 more. Keep this away. And I should place 4 more. Okay, so now if I use the building gadget for the rest of this, I should be able to do this without worrying about accidentally putting down too many. I don't think I'm going to need the 4 over here. So let's just 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'm going to have to remember to put a few back. There. There. Okay, and now if I take the time to do it like this, I can make some nice boxes. Okay. Okay. Oh, really? I'm a few short? Well, now how do I make it look nice and symmetrical? Oh, wait. Let's double check that this is nice and symmetrical. So I need... Four, five, six. So I need to find 6 more to take, or I need to find 6 to take away. Could take these off. That'll look nice. Okay, now what order did I do the next part in? Did I do the pipes next? No, I do the rest of the barrels. Although in the past I had... Let's hide all of the radioactive symbols. Okay. Perfect. So now we only have the 2,000 left. Okay. One of the ones I need. Okay. Now Okay. Okay. Almost done with this, which means we're almost ready to turn the reactor on. Hopefully permanently. Okay. Now, I didn't use 16 before I started doing this. So, at some point, I should need to grab more. Okay. So, now, if we go up to here, and we turn the... Oh, yeah, I also took the time to do the logic adapters. So pretty much how this is working is each of these is set to the 4 types of critical thing. This is supposed to be insufficient fuel damage. Yeah, okay. So this one outputs a signal when the reactor has insufficient fuel. So if this ever gets too low, it'll turn off. This one is if the damage ever reaches 100%. And this one is if the waste gets to 90%, it'll turn off. And this one is if the temperature gets too high. So the damage one shouldn't ever activate, because the only way it can activate really is if the temperature gets too high, but like theoretically, if you had a very slow damaging thing, your temperature would be just high enough to damage, but not high enough to turn it off, because there's a very weird limit in there. So technically I need both of those. And, you know, critical waste shouldn't happen unless I'm producing it fast enough that I can't use it all. At which point I'd probably just lower how much my burn rate is. But essentially when the signal comes out of this, it's going to go into this thing. Now this is a powered latch, so when I turn this on, it's going to turn the reactor on. And with the reactor now on, if any of these were to go off, it would send powered redstone signal into this and flip the switch, turning this off. It took a little bit of working out to figure out what the correct setup was, but then once I got it, I was like, okay, this is a super simple setup, which is nice. So, this isn't getting water fast enough? What? Did I do something wrong? Those are both at 10,000. 10,000, 24,000, 10,000. This needs more water. But it didn't need more water before. Oh, it's probably because there's less pipes. Let's take a look at this. That's 8,009, and if we add a bunch of water pipes, still only 8,009, really? Can pipes be waterlogged? They can be. That gets it up to 12,000. $15,000. $18,000. That should be 21,000. $24,000. Really? Jesus Christ, this is taking so much more water than I expected it would. And I can't connect these water pipes into the same system. I might have to consider doing even more water tanks. Okay, let's see. So, yeah, let's make some more super factory or some more water tanks. 8 more? What kind of setup do we want to do? Five more? Oh, but if I do it this way, I won't be able to activate that one. Which means I might as well just... make 3 more. There we go. We'll connect these up anyways. Beautiful. Okay, this should now be back up to 5,000. There we go. And is this max speed and energy? It is. Max speed and energy. Max speed and energy. Max speed and energy. Oh, this setup is also something new. These three things. So... currently what it's doing is... taking the... One second. Tank. I'm guessing you can't... Yes, you can't attach to that. Only putting this in temporarily. So, chemical tank. We just need one. Make it. So now we're going to set it to draw from this. And to put into this, but not to take from it. So now if I trash this, that will always have supply. And so will this, right? Yeah, because this pipe can't fill up anymore, so this will always have supply. Oxygen, we want... that. And now this can fill up on hydrogen, so we're actually going to move this to here. Whitelist. Hydrogen. Whatever, it doesn't really need a filter, it's just going to be taking two things. Chemical tank. Is there anything else I want to do? Well, I can't really attach one here anyway. Sadly, because I made this setup so small. I could put that down there. Put this here. Say that it can only be pushed in, not taken out. Bottom. Let's temporarily set this to output. Bottom can be an input, and left can be an output. Oh, I see. Now if we go to chemicals, the top can be an input. Okay, now if we go to this, the bottom is an input. These are both outputs. And this one, the top can be the same as input 1. Perfect. Now this will only trash some of it. Essentially trashing excess. Wish there was ways to make it so that it wouldn't trash in the case that both of them were full. But that would be complicated. Okay, so those are all full. Let's go check on how much power we're generating. So normally this is 700,000. Currently we are not making any power, apparently. Why aren't we getting power from turbines? 1,464. That is minuscule amounts. Is it because I don't have enough steam going into them at once? That could be the issue. It might be that I need to provide more steam or do less turbines at a time. I think actually first thing I'm going to do is disconnect 8 of the turbines. So there's 4 here. So if we disconnect them from here, and from here, This could potentially help. Some of these, yeah, so these 8 should be going down, these 8 should be going up. But I think beyond that, I'm also just not producing enough steam. So I need to start optimizing how much I'm allowed to produce at one time without my coolant dropping. So it's functioning correctly there. If I pop it up to 10, does my coolant start dropping? Nope. It might be because the loop is complete now, so this is never filling up. Is this draining or holding stable? That's stable. Let's go up to 25. Is coolant dropping? It always drops a little bit as soon as I put it up, but it starts to go back immediately. Okay, now if we check this, the turbines are... Well, if we ignore the ones that are currently going down, the other ones are all producing around 250,000. And that's 8 of them, so that should be getting about 2 million FE per tick. Okay, we're gonna make a big jump that could be risky. We're gonna go up to 100. Still dropping. 100 might be too much for us. Yes, okay, 100 means we need more water. Okay, let's drop down to 50. See if our water starts filling up. $40. Something I'm almost certainly going to have to do off stream is find a more optimal setup for the super factories. I'm probably going to spend some time just trying to find an optimal pattern to connect, have all of them connected on faces, while having water on at least 2 of their faces. Okay, that's still not going up, which means this is still too high. 35. Oh, that's starting to rise. With this rising, once it gets through this sodium, it should start to fill up its water tank again. So I'm only getting 256,000 millibuckets per tick. I need... How much do I need? No, sorry, I'm only getting 256 buckets per tick. Okay. So, ignore the network not powered for a moment. It'll fix itself. Probably. So I need to produce 1,000 times as much water as this, which is certainly not going to be easy. Sodium is still dropping. This isn't going fast enough. Oh, this isn't producing enough energy, that's why. My system is... Yeah, so offline I'm definitely going to have to take the time to get a more optimal water setup. Which also means readjusting the barrels again, because I'm going to have to expand the water setup. Unless I brought the water setup up here, but I don't really want to do that because I'm planning to put the fission reactor up here. Having individual water setups would take up this space, and this space. And I would really like to put my fission reactor in this space. This isn't actually emitting radiation, right? No. Okay. Good thing is the spent nuclear waste is not building up. So this is just kind of currently limited by how many pressure tubes there are. Is this still dropping? It is. What it might be worth doing is... Really? Where's a safe spot? Somewhere around the edges, probably? Yeah. It could be worth doing is reducing this even further, so that it's not just only going into 8, but it's actually only going into... This gets it down to 6. I could take it down to 4. Still ignore that. So this is producing 512,000 FE per tick now. 1 million. So it should just be... Which ones is it? This one, that one, and that one. So it's the 2 corners. So that's 1 million. That's 1 million. 512,000. 512,000. Right, because this is only 1 reactor and this is 2 reactors. Or boilers, whatever. So that means I'm getting 3 million per tick now. compared to 2 million at... Okay, good. These are filling up with water again. Okay, I need a way down. Okay, we can connect this back up, but just disconnect this. This one will only be powering 1 now, and this one will be powering 2. Holding. Yeah, okay. Alternatively, I could divide it amongst 6 and probably keep the same amount of power output. This is just easier to keep track of. Okay. Although I am curious to see if I were to disconnect this, then it would all start going into this one and it would go up to... Oh, okay, so it just keeps the same flow rate. So I might as well just do 1 turbine for now. Until I can increase my water flow so that I can increase my reactor, it's not worth spreading it out. Unless we see it start filling with steam at any point, it's kind of worth it to just leave it as 2 reactor, or 2 systems. So this is 3 million. So one problem I'm noticing here is that well, I mean, besides the fact that nuclear waste is piling up. Yeah, so even though I'm producing more power than I'm putting in, it's not powering my AE system, which tells me that even though I've set it to a lower priority than my AE system, it is still drawing from it first for some reason. Unless it goes into negatives first, or lower ones first for some reason? No. So, that tells me that I need to have a 3rd network. Specifically for the reactor. Because even though other stuff here should be receiving power, literally all of it is going into this. Edit. Priority 100. How do I set your priority to low? Okay, but now I'm assuming that that's not getting enough power. Just to confirm, yes. I did turn it on with that, because if we turn it on with activate instead of that, it won't depower. So what I need is... Okay, sorry. I distracted myself for a moment. Oh, by turning off power surge, it no longer is allowed to pull everything. But it's also now not providing enough power to some stuff. Still powering everything else, it's just these two things. And if I turn on power surge, does it fill these up, or do these maintain their current levels? They maintain their current levels, so like, I might as well leave power surge off. Power, oh, no, what power do the boilers need? Unless that's a different boiler that I have labeled as boiler for something else. That must be a different boiler. What do I have that's labeled boiler? Where is this? 38, 132, 24. Negative 38. $132. Oh, this. Doi. World engine heater, minus 4,000. Fabrication. 650, 100,000, 100,000. 480. 192. Energy input. Fission reactor. So if I had to guess, Power Surge allows it to take more than it's inputting. So if you allow something that's to Power Surge, then it will start taking more than it's inputting, and even though it'll have a lower priority, it'll be using so much of the power that it won't be going to anything else. And now if we go to the world engine, and we look at this, it is on average going up. Because we still have the reactors going, and we are probably just going to leave those reactors going forever. Even though, as we get into higher and higher amounts of power coming in, they will matter less and less. Oh yeah, forgot to mention, I added this elevator. So, my base is literally right above me. So I've just added an elevator that I can use. Sometimes I still just use home, but do I need an elevator on this floor anymore? Not really. If anything, I need an elevator above this floor. However, I can't put an elevator there, so we will not be doing one. Okay, next thing I want to do is... Did I make the recipe for the neutron activator? I did. Haha. I want to make 2 of these. And we're going to place one of them here. Okay. So, to do this recipe, this one's 420, this one's also 420. So if we use 10 FE per tick, how high does this get? Far higher than we need. This is so cheap on energy. Is that still rising? What the fuck? 3. One FE per tick. We'll have to come back to see where this is at. You allow decimals? No. Okay. Next, we need to make 2 of these. Will be used for the next one. 2 of these. And 2 sets of this. Okay, so now the only thing we need is the neutron. for this, we need lithium. I am going to chemical tank. Thing or spot. So input, output, there. So this will now start filling with sodium, then this will fill with sodium, then this will fill with sodium, and finally this will fill with sodium, because I think my system is stable. And I think at this point it no longer matters about adding more sodium, it's solely about leveling out the amount of water so that I can process all of it. So, in order to make the neutron collector, we now need these, which come from this, which come from this, which come from this. Probably gonna have to start doing this recipe. So I'll have to automate this, this, and this, and this. So that's 4 recipes I need to do in one particle accelerator. Ideally. If I can't automate doing multiple recipes in the same particle accelerator, I will end up having to do it in different ones. 2,500, that's also 1,000. Actually, I don't need to automate this one because I only need to do this one. Wait, what? Why did I include that? This. Oh. Okay, so we do this. If I end up making the Oratech reactor as well, which I might, then I will need this automated. And even if I don't, I'll probably want to automate it so I can make a bunch of neutron collectors. This, I kind of want to automate because my current way of making it sucks. Because it, oh, it still requires this though. I don't really need to automate this then. It's just, well, what's the difference in fluxite? So this is 1 fluxite per. But if I automate making fluxite in here, it won't matter that it costs a decent amount of fluxite because I'll be able to automatically make it. So this one doesn't matter. It doesn't save me enough resources. So it's just 4 things. Fluxite, of course, I have to automate. Plutonium, stable matter. What's the black hole used for? I don't need to automate this one, so it'll just be 3 things to automate. Okay. Okay, so what do we need to use this? We need polonium, which means we have to do neutron stuff first anyways. Why do I have this set after the neutron collector? Oh, I know why. It's because these require those polonium things. So it's not actually about the neutron collector, it's about particle accelerator. Guide rings. When a redstone signal is applied to a non-straight guide ring, it becomes a switch block. When powered on, it leads particles straight. When powered off, it guides them into the original curve direction. Following shows the required speed for each redstone level. So with the use of comparators and some nice redstone setups, you can control what speed it switches at. I'm guessing I'll probably need between 2 and 3 rings. Okay, so we need 1 of these. No, we need 2 of these. Silicon wafer. 2. Where is this connecting? Oh, it's connecting over here. Damn it. Okay, let's cancel that and resend the order. We have to tell it to export this. And now at Oratech, now if we tell it to make 2 of these, then we have to remember to tell it to input it. Sweet. Funnily enough, these machine cores are actually easier for me to make, just because these advanced crafting components have very expensive recipes. And now if we tell it to make super AI chips, and we tell it to export them, then we can tell it to make me one. Beautiful. So, we tell it to make this for me, which means it has to be able to make this and this. Which means it has to be able to make these. Good, that's the one we want it to use. And if we tell it to make this for me, and finally, I can't see, we have to tell it to make this for me. Now, let's go over to my pattern provider. So let's first grab all of the Oratech stuff. Okay, so now we want one of these. So let's tell it to make me one, and it already had everything available, so perfect. Vertical accelerator. Tell it to make me one of all of this stuff. that is Oratech complete. So I know I need 2 of these. Machine add-ons extender. Antimatter pellet at a minimum of 15,000 joules. Is there a... So, this goes into a guide ring. Okay, so we want... How big is this going to be, roughly? So it's 3, 4, 5. So it's 1... So it's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. So that's 9. That's a 9 by 9 area. Uh, 2, 3. So it should be able to fit into this area. And if we do this, this, then we should only need 9 more of these. And we should only need 12 more of these. Oh, we have lost our good foods. But don't worry, I came prepared. Do I have to face the other direction? Oh, okay. So my direction matters a great deal. So it's important that this one and this one face like this. Stand in the corner, do this. Stand in the corner, do this. Stand in the corner, do this. Now, on the off chance that I need to break off from here, it's probably best that I do it earlier. Okay, and if I had to break off here, it would come in like that, so I need to make sure that I have one that could accept it. Ideally, I guess it would just be to loop it here. With tighter turns. Or something like that. Or maybe if you needed to keep it slower for some reason, you would just use more guide rings. Like if you did this and this, then you would skip some accelerators. Then you could put an accelerator here if you still needed to accelerate it a bit at a time. Then if you did that for all the others, you could go with a minimum of 4 and a maximum of 12. And if you wanted something like, well, you could do 4, 6. If you do 2 of them, that becomes 8. If you do 3 of them, that becomes 10. And then if you do all of them, it becomes 12. I don't know why I'm doing this as if I know I need to do it. I might as well save this idea for if I discover I need to do something slower. Efficient speed, capacitor, efficient speed, capacitor. I'll probably take the time to buy efficient speed tier 9 and capacitor add-on tier 9. Do we have ultimates? We have 1 ultimate. Can we connect multiple? Which are the ones we make? These? Add-ons. Okay, I believe we need the target designator. Particle accelerator. Let's see if it tells me how I'm supposed to link this up. To link to your accelerator. Particle accelerators. To create new items with them, you will need to climb items to some controllers. The particle accelerator magnetic field can be placed into the middle of the ring and linked to a particle accelerator to increase the amount of speed the ring can handle. Only one magnetic field is checked per particle accelerator. Right-click on a particle accelerator with the advanced target designator to save position. Place magnetic field block within particle accelerator ring. Right-click on the magnetic field to link the particle accelerator with the magnetic field block. So it's this to this? Or this to... I've already forgotten what it said. Right-click on the particle accelerator. Right-click on the magnetic field block. I think it just ate my advanced. So, right-click. Shift right-click. Into accelerator. Okay, so I have to provide power separately, it seems like. Oh. I know what the mistake is. I'm targeting the wrong one. So if we do this and this now... What's the simplest one we can do at the moment? Well, we'll have to do this anyway, so let's get some uranium dust and fluxite. Machine add-on extender. Oh, it's a different thing. Machine doi. Okay. So, what is the best way to do this? Currently, this gives us 8 add-ons. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Sorry, this gives us 11. It's 4 per block plus 1 underneath. And if we do it this way, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it's the same thing, pretty much. Mechanism. Ow. Well, it did not make an item. And I do not see it having blown anything up either. Maximum transfer rate 22k per tick. 194 joules. Okay. Or a tick. Do I have any more add-ons? Quarry, yield, hunter, control. Actually, sorry, I just saw something. Capacitor and efficiency speed. So, the efficient speed add-on, energy efficiency and operation speed, and the capacitor add-on, energy capacity 12k RF per tick. So capacitor efficient speed. We get this one from the radiance, and this one from the wormrite. So I can go to the wormrite. I don't think we have the radiance unlocked yet. Oh, no, wait, we should have the radiance unlocked. Oh, but we don't have his quest done. So what I might do for now is use... or take some... efficient speeds from these, I guess. And do we have any capacitors? Processing. Acceptor. $25 million energy capacity. Well, let's see if it will accept... the acceptor add-on. It does. Okay, okay. The acceptor add-on is much better. Because I don't need high capacity when I can provide energy so fast. So what we actually care about is where we can get this. Also the wormrite. Okay. Hold on a second. How much does this cost? $450? Oh, but you can only buy it. You can't make it. The most you can do is make the tier 8. No, yeah. So, we want to do... How many of these do we want? 25k per tick? And 5 million? So 3 would get me up to 100k energy per tick, which should be more than enough. And we want to check processing. Why are they colliding? Does it have more information? How do I control when they collide? The straight guide ring will need to be placed right behind the controller, facing to the side with visuals aligning correctly. Travels along a route defined by the guide ring that can right-click that for it. When you turn on one side, another guide ring needs to be... straight line. I don't quite get it. $1,500. Am I doing it in backwards order or something? I don't quite know what I need to change. I'll probably have to look into this more offline. Yeah. I'll probably get this up and running offline because I need to look at some kind of YouTube tutorial or something. This mod pack doesn't have enough instructions for how this works. So that's actually going to be all for today's stream. Once I get back, or so once it gets back, tomorrow we'll probably be doing Elden Ring, and then the day after that we'll be back with more Minecraft. Between now and then, I'll probably work on getting these small plutonium pellets. I'd really wish I'd got to them today because I can't do the next step until I make them. So the things I'm going to leave as a reminder of what I have to do offline between now and next time is the water tanks and the particle accelerators. One problem I'm thinking I'll come across, though, is that these are slow, so I'll need to make a bunch of them, and I'll need to use a bunch of time fluid to get them going quickly enough to use them for the next steps. So it's really a shame that I can't get it done today. I guess it'll be fine, since next time we'll work on this and start going to the next step, and then I'll have a bunch of days off where I can keep the game open. So, where's our chaos at? 3 large chaos fragments? I'm just looking to get 1 more chaos fragment, and then... Well, actually, no, I still need small chaos fragments. Specifically for this. Okay. So. Thank you all for coming. Let's get some music going. That is going to be all for today's stream. I'll be back tomorrow with Elden Ring. We'll be doing more of the randomizer run.
There must be more to life than this. Reaching for the stars, traveling so far, like a dragon.
And I'm trying to think if there's anything else to say. Not really. So yeah, thank you all for coming. I'll catch y'all next time. Goodbye.